So welcome back. This is again a non-coding lesson, and all we're going to do in this, we're going to understand what we should do for storing our information between the different sessions. So what's going to happen is at the beginning, I'm going to actually write this down really quickly so we have some sort of a visual feedback for it as well. So at the beginning of each session, we're going to read our users. If there is a user, we're going to load its lists. And of course, if there is no user, then we're going to make a new user and a new set of initial lists. So that's the plan. What we want to do is when our application loads, we want to see, is there any users on this device? The assumption is that there might be more than one. I mean, this is a very unlikely situation, but it's possible that a certain device, a user logs into it 2 times and each time with a different name. So we're going to get one user from those and we're going to find out if there are any lists, and if there are lists, then obviously we load them. If there are no lists or there are no users, then we do what we have just done at this point, which is basically making our initial stuff. So to do that, we need to understand a few things. That is, we need to be able to save our user class. For that, this class has to conform to the NSCoding protocol. We have to be able to save our grocery list, which in itself includes the user class and item class. And all of these different classes basically have to conform to the NSCoding. NSCoding is a protocol that helps us read and write custom classes such as this one to our disk. If we don't want to use NSCoding, then we cannot write our grocery list class as a class. And what we have to do is we have to convert this into a dictionary and an array and then write that to our disk. That's not an impossible thing, it's just not a very recommended way, simply because you will have to write so many lines of code to read this object of the type grocery list class, convert it into a big dictionary that's got 3 items, and then for those 3 items, this one becomes another dictionary, this one, and then the items become an array, and that array has so many different dictionaries. It becomes a very large nested group of dictionaries and arrays and dictionaries and arrays, and it's not a very good practice. So what we do instead, we just conform all of these classes to NSCoding, and we add the text as the code for them to do the archiving for us. We will do that for all of our 3 classes in the next lesson.